Hello guys. So today's discussion is noise theory. Let's have a little intro here. So in this video, we're going to see what is noise and why it's so important in the communication system and what are the types is. So further any delay, let's get started. Noise is an unwanted signal which interferes with an original message signal and corrupts the parameter of the message signal. It's most likely entered at the channel of the receiver. So noise is the main factor which affect the transmitted signal. So that's why studying of noise is much more important in communication system. So here is a simple block diagram. The input signal is transmitted through the channel, as you can see, and it is received at the receiver side. So the channel is the region or the area where the noise is introduced or entered and affect our M of t. So here is a graphical representation. So from this diagram, we can observe that noise don't have any constant frequency or any constant amplitude. They're quite random. They don't have any patterns. So our measure is to be taken to reduce this noise so that we can get a proper or an efficient output, which is message signal. So effects of noises. Noise limits the operating range of the system and noise affect the sensitivity of the receiver. So the sensitivity of the receiver is the ability of a receiver to detect and to demodulate and detect the information from the weak signals. So by affecting the factor of sensitivity, it's quite difficult to the receiver to get information from the weak signals. So these are the effects of noises. Classification of noise. So noise are majorly classified as external noise and internal noise. Let's see them in detail. So external noise, as its name stands, the noise is created outside the circuit. So they have erratic natural disturbances and man-made noise. Erratic natural disturbances. It is caused by lightning, electrical storms, and atmospheric disturbances. And this is also called as atmospheric noise or static noise. These erratic natural disturbances are quite random in nature. Next, we have man-made noise. So these noises because of undesired pickups from the electric appliances such as motors, automobiles, and even our home appliances also. So these noises under human controls, which can be eliminated by finding its source of the noise. So these man-made noise and erratic natural disturbances are less affect to our systems. So next we have internal noises. So this noise is created by active and passive component present within the communication itself. And this internal noise, it's also called as fluctuation noise, which is due to the spontaneous fluctuations produced by the system. In internal noises, we have short noise and thermal noise. Short noise. It is a noise arise in electronic devices such as transistors, diodes, etc. because of the discrete nature of the current flow. So the short noise results in the fact that current doesn't flow in a continuous manner, but it is a sum of discrete pulses. So the unavoidable static fluctuation of the electric current in an electronic devices when the charge carries or transfers a gap. When there is a gap, when the electrons flows across the barrier, there is a fluctuation. Fluctuation means there is a random rise and down in a signal. So this is called fluctuations. So which exhibits the short noise. Next we have thermal noise. This is the electrical noise which is arise from the random motion of electrons in the conductors. So the intensity of the random motion is proportional to the thermal energy. That's why it's called as thermal noise. The net motion of all the electrons also gives rise to the electric current flows through the resistors, causing this noise. So the thermal noise is a major influence to the quality of the receiver. So the lesser the thermal noise, the greater the efficiency of our output, which is message signal. I think we are at the end now. So overcome. External noise can be overcome by eliminating the source of the noise in the surroundings, as I already told. And the internal noise can only be overcome by letting the system working at the low temperature. So, which can be done by improving our designs and a fabrication of our devices, which also had a drawback that it also increased our cost. So that's all for today's session. So thank you. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.